Something special is brewing at Anfield. Liverpool have just pulled off one of the most electrifying transfers of the summer. French sensation Hugo Ekitike has officially been unveiled in red. But this isn't just another signing. This is a bold statement from the Reds. After a dramatic transfer saga and fierce interest from Europe's elite, Ekitike has chosen to call Anfield home. And when he spoke for the first time as a Liverpool player, let's just say, his words left fans stunned. But we'll get to that in a moment. Because while all eyes are on Ekitike, there are other massive bombshells unfolding behind the scenes that you absolutely don't want to miss.
Alexander Isak has made a decision that could become one of the defining headlines of this transfer window. He is now ready to leave Newcastle United, and he wants Liverpool to be his next destination. While no formal transfer request has been lodged yet, multiple credible sources report that the Swedish striker has privately informed Newcastle's hierarchy of his desire to move to Anfield. After a standout season that saw him score 21 goals in the Premier League, Isak now feels the time is right to take the next step in his career, and he believes Liverpool, with their Champions League return, winning mentality, and ambitious rebuild under new manager Arne Slot, is the perfect place to do it. The prospect of playing at Anfield, competing regularly on Europe's biggest stage, and becoming part of a new attacking era alongside the likes of Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz, and Cody Gakpo is said to be a major draw for the 25-year-old. However, Newcastle are far from willing sellers. The club has placed a sky-high valuation on Isak, with some reports claiming it could take as much as £150 million to even get them to the negotiating table. They view Isak as central to their project under Eddie Howe, and losing him would be a massive blow both on and off the pitch. Yet despite their public stance, internal signs suggest all is not well. Isak has reportedly pulled back from any contract extension talks, and insiders claim he's made steep wage demands of over £300,000 per week, figures that would significantly alter Newcastle's wage structure if he were to even consider staying long-term. These moves appear to be strategic, quietly signaling his desire to force the club's hand without openly clashing with management or fans. On the other side, Liverpool are carefully preparing their move. The club is reportedly ready to break their transfer record with a bid in the region of £110 to £120 million. With funds available and a clear gap in their striker depth following Diego Jota's death and Núñez's uncertainty, Isak fits the profile of what Arne Slot wants in a modern number 9: technical ability, intelligent movement, physicality, and proven Premier League pedigree. Discussions within the Liverpool camp suggest they believe Isak could be the missing piece in their push for major silverware this season. For the player himself, the temptation is growing stronger by the day. As the days roll on and the pressure mounts, this transfer saga is turning into one of the summer's biggest stories. Will Newcastle hold firm and keep their star man at all costs, or will Liverpool's persistence and Isak's growing desire finally crack the door open? Malik Fofana is edging closer to a potential move to Liverpool, with talks reportedly ongoing between the Merseyside club and Olympique Lyon. The 20-year-old Belgian winger has emerged as one of the most exciting young attacking talents in European football, and Liverpool appear keen to bring him to Anfield as part of their evolving transfer strategy under new head coach Arne Slot. Sources close to the negotiations suggest that Lyon have placed a valuation of around £50 to £60 million on Fofana, and while no official bid has been made public, discussions are said to be progressing steadily behind the scenes. In a previous interview, Fofana's agent made it clear that the choice of the heart would be Liverpool, citing the club's proud legacy with African and Belgian talents, and the inspirational paths carved out by players like Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane. Fofana himself has responded to recent speculation with professionalism and maturity, stating that while his focus remains on performing for Lyon, he is aware of the growing interest and understands that success on the pitch naturally draws attention. His rise has been nothing short of impressive. His quick feet, creative flair, and ability to glide past defenders have already earned him comparisons to elite wide forwards across Europe. With Liverpool potentially preparing to offload one of their current wide attackers such as Luis Diaz or Federico Chiesa, Fofana could be seen as a long-term investment to refresh the front line and inject new energy into the squad. At just 20, he already possesses traits that align with the club's pressing style and forward-thinking football identity, making him a natural fit for the Reds' evolving tactical approach. What makes this potential transfer even more intriguing is the broader context at Liverpool. With a new era unfolding under Arne Slot, the club is aiming to rejuvenate key areas of the squad with youthful, dynamic talent capable of adapting to modern systems. Fofana, with his intelligence on the ball, versatility on both wings, and fearless attitude, fits that mold perfectly. Though a deal is not yet finalized, the tone of the conversation suggests optimism on both sides. Luis Diaz's time at Liverpool appears to be nearing its conclusion, as the Colombian winger has now reportedly given the green light for a move away from Anfield. After months of speculation, sources close to the situation suggest that Diaz has informed the Liverpool hierarchy of his openness to leave this summer, especially amid stalled contract renewal talks and growing interest from several European giants. The most serious contenders at this stage are Bayern Munich, who have made the 27-year-old one of their top attacking targets under new manager Vincent Kompany. Bayern are said to have already agreed personal terms with Diaz and are now preparing an improved offer worth around 70 to 75 million euros, following an initial bid in the region of 58 million euros that Liverpool swiftly rejected. The Reds, for their part, are believed to be holding out for a fee closer to 86 to 100 million euros, but are no longer opposed to the idea of selling, provided the valuation is met. Behind the scenes, Liverpool's willingness to part ways with Diaz is also strategic. With the club deep in negotiations for players like Hugo Ekitike and Malik Fofana, and with Arne Slot eager to reshape his attacking lineup, the potential sale of Diaz represents both a significant financial gain and an opportunity to refresh the forward line with younger, high-ceiling talent. Diaz, who arrived from FC Porto in January 2022 for around £37.5 million, has made 98 appearances for Liverpool, scoring 24 goals and providing numerous key contributions in big matches. But while he has been a popular figure among fans for his pace, flair, and work ethic, the club's long-term vision and tactical evolution appear to be shifting toward a new generation of attackers, better suited to Slot's high-intensity pressing game. Diaz himself has done little to hide his uncertainty about staying. In recent interviews, he made it clear that unless Liverpool offer him a contract that reflects his value and status in the squad, he would be open to exploring new challenges. His camp is also said to be frustrated with the lack of clarity around his role going forward, particularly with increased rotation and positional competition from the likes of Hugo Ekitike and Cody Gakpo. While Barcelona were once linked, they've cooled their interest due to financial constraints, leaving Bayern Munich as the clear front-runners to land the Colombian star. As of now, the final details remain to be negotiated, but momentum is building quickly. Diaz has made his intentions known, Bayern are pushing aggressively, and Liverpool are prepared to sanction the move if the financials are right. Liverpool are now deep in discussions to sign Crystal Palace centre-back Marc Guéhi, as the club intensifies its search for defensive reinforcements ahead of the new season. With Arne Slot beginning to shape the next era at Anfield, strengthening the backline has become a top priority, especially following the departure of Jarell Quansah to Bayer Leverkusen and growing uncertainty around Ibrahima Konaté's future, who has just 1 year left on his contract. Guéhi, 24, has emerged as Liverpool's primary target, not only due to his consistent Premier League performances but also because of his leadership qualities and homegrown status, which is valuable in both squad registration and long-term planning. The England international, currently on duty at the national level, has made it clear to Palace that he will not be renewing his contract, which has just 1 year remaining. This has opened the door for a potential exit, with Liverpool moving swiftly to position themselves at the front of the queue. Reports from multiple reliable outlets indicate that Guéhi has already agreed personal terms with Liverpool, with a long-term contract until 2030 said to be in place pending final negotiations between the clubs. The proposed transfer fee is believed to be in the region of £40 to £50 million, though Palace are pushing for a valuation closer to the upper end, particularly as they line up a replacement, Sporting CP's Ousmane Diomande, for whom they are also in active talks. Liverpool's recruitment team, under the guidance of sporting director Richard Hughes, views Guéhi as a perfect fit, young but experienced, tactically disciplined, and capable of thriving in a high defensive line, which Slot is expected to implement. Guéhi's ball-playing ability, composure under pressure, and leadership, having captained Palace in multiple fixtures, have also made him a standout candidate. Adding to the credibility of the move, former England and Premier League defender Stuart Pearce recently endorsed Guéhi as a top-class addition to any side, calling him low-maintenance and consistently effective, capable of forming a formidable trio with Van Dijk and Konaté if the latter stays.